Hello draft lovers and enthusiasts. Welcome back to Playok Drafts Commentary with Bookman. Now this is the second part of the two-part series of the game played by Landyshka and Yana 4K, in which we looked at the first part of the game, and now the game ended in the last video at the transition or the transitive stage, as you can see on screen. So we shall be continuing the game from this point. Now before we begin, we're going to be looking at some key elements of the game. Like, what is draft all about? Now, draft is all about timing, space, force, concepts, thought process, arsenal weapons, crossboard skills, technique, reading, board dynamics, the science of the board, visualization, observation, evaluation, planning, decision making, creativity, calculation, probing, problem solving, draft ethics, draft psychology, move psychology, time management, sacrifice, patience, economy, organization, safety, execution, and outcome, among many others. But anyway, these are the core elements that run the game. With that said, having a knowledge of these can help us to dissect a game that is played at any level. Now, in this series or this lesson or tutorial, we will be focusing on two key aspects of this position that is on screen, which are the art of finishing and reading skills. These are two critical areas of the game for any draft player to master. Now let's first look at the art of finishing. The art of finishing involves four key elements, among many others, but let's look at these four key elements. We have defense retention, nature of the center or server zone, cross point access, and point of enclosure. So let us break them down step by step. Defense retention has to do with the pieces that are kept or held back in the latter part of the position, or the what you call the background of the position. So in this case, looking on screen, we see that these three pieces in the red would be the defense retention, and for white, this defense retention will be right here, and to be also inclusive of this piece right here. Now the defense retention, as I said, is in the background. And let's look at the nature of the center, the server zone. So these are things to consider when you come down to a position that is near to the finishing. The server zone, red has a S on them, which is these four hanging pieces that are in the center there. And white has a grip on this line here and this intersecting line here, with these two pieces. So that's the nature of the center right there. It is a very tensive center right there. It's a restrictive position. Then we look at the crosspoint access. What is crosspoint? Crosspoint access has to do with the access that you gain through the center or the flanks to access a breakthrough to get to crowning later on. Now, when you look at crosspoint access, there's a threefold nature of crosspoint access. Now we have access along the left flank, access through the center, or access along the right flank. Now, in this case, we can look at access along this flank right here, which is impossible because this piece is going to come and block. Access to the center is impossible because when this piece goes, let's visualize for a moment, if this piece goes here and then here it has no continuum, this piece goes here and here it has no continuum because of these two positional blocks that are located right at these two squares. So the best option for a block to continue would be along this zone, along the 5-check zone, because he has a rush on this piece. Why? Because of the open weakness along this line that is behind this open piece right here. So that would be the crosspoint access. That is how you would plan it out. So if you look through the two flanks and look through the center, and for right now, it is most obvious that he's going to try access along this zone, which is the terrain. So the terrain is the open spaces that are accessible, and the terrain will be the closed lines that pieces occupy. Now, point of enclosure. What is enclosure? Enclosure deals with a point of breaking through. So it is a point or stage in the game where a breakthrough to king row has become possible in the transitive stages. From 7 pieces or less are remaining on the board. As in this position we have 7 pieces. So we are going for a little short water break. And welcome back. Now the second aspect of this position we shall be looking at are reading skills. Now reading is a very critical aspect of the game likewise. Now what is reading in a nutshell? When it comes time for reading, you should approach this with the background knowledge of the main concepts and principles governing a particular type of position. This can be based on the position type, or the game type, or the game segment reached. In this scenario, the position type would be a semi-closed position. Semi-closed because there's one closed line here along this 6 check and another closed line right here along the intersecting 7 check. But the reason why this position is not fully closed is because of the open line right here in the periphery, these open zones and these open zones. So it is partially open and partially closed. That's a semi-closed position. Right? And then the next factor that we shall look at this stage of the game is the game segment reach. Now once 7 pieces are remaining on the board, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for red, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for white. Then we have reached transition. Transition means you're transitioning from the late mid game into the ending part of the game before kings are born, and this is otherwise called finishing. Now, in order to get a feel of the thought process behind the red player, we're going to spin the board and so we can see the position from red's point of view. And since we have covered a lot in this lesson, we will come back to the next video lesson and finish this topic. So thanks again for tuning in. Peace, one love.